Blessed love family. I've never shared with you guys my name, Worldwind. But I wanted to do it now because the other day someone asked me in a very respectful way. He said, Evan, I heard you legally changed your name to Worldwind. May I ask you why? I was like, wow. And I told him, the name that I had before, which I would not say anymore, was not my father's name. That name is a slave name given to my father's fathers. Like you own a property. But in this consciousness, I found my true name. You see, when I think about my ancestors, it's beyond boundaries. Put aside the illusion of race and gender, and I always said my ancestors are spiritual beings continuously having a human experience through me. But if you go back to this so-called slavery, I want to tell you something. There's another story that most people don't know about, they don't talk about. If you take the time to do a little bit of research, then you will discover that there are stories that my ancestors spoke about, that they demonstrate during slavery on Turtle Island in the Caribbean, South America, all over the place. This story is about rebelling against a governmental system that say that they are slaves or say that they were inferior. At least that's the story that they would like you to keep saying. And they would like to say that a certain kind of people, a certain dark-skinned people are descendant of slavery. My brothers and sisters, I always said remove any label that anyone put on you and know that you are a spiritual being, have a human experience. Now, if you know that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, the way my father's fathers, my mother's mother know, then you will understand why the story of rebellion would be the story that should be told. You see? Because by telling the story of rebellion, we begin to ask the question, why were they rebelling? They didn't see themselves as slaves. So my name, Worldwind, the way I look at it, my ancestors would naturally choose a name from nature. They will look around. What do they see? What do they hear? What is their experience on the land? And they will choose a name based on nature. That is how I felt it. I don't know about anybody else, but that's how I felt it. So my name, Worldwind, the wind that blows right here, is all over the planet. It's all over the world. See? And Worldwind is actually saying that we are one. And it helped me to connect with my ancestral power. And it reminds me that I'm more than the flesh and bone. it also encouraged me to create a sense of honesty within myself, cultivated by doing the work with integrity and respect for everyone. But most of all, self-respect. Remove the label. I am not the descendant of slaves, because that didn't exist. I am descendants of my ancestral moving through time and space. And if you put shackles on them, they will break it and they will free themselves. And now we're in the process of removing the shackle from our mind. Every one of us. Once you do that, they can't sell you the war, they can't sell you the race, they can't sell you the separation, they can't sell you anything. And the people who are selling you these things are business people. War is a business. Race is a business. So-called slavery in time is a business. It's people, government, people forming government. Governmental construct to divide and conquer. Remember that. A construct to divide and conquer. And how you break from that? Remember that you're a spiritual being having a human experience. We are here to cultivate a new experience, to change the story. I remember a Rastaman told me in Jamaica, he said, in order for your community to develop, you have to change the word that you use, the label. Change your name. Change the way you speak, because words are power. Words spoken become flesh. Once you change your story, change your words, develop the words, you develop the community, you develop the country, you develop the world. So what's the new story? Oneness. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And the illusion of race, the illusion of gender, all of these will just vanish. It's the peaceful warrior I'm talking about, my brothers and sisters. We need that. We need peace now. One love. And no matter what's going on, don't forget to smile. Don't take yourself too serious. And then you will forget who you are. Don't look outside of yourself. Look inside. If you look outside, you'll forget to look inside. Remember that. You look outside for answer, you forget to look inside. Rich love and respect to you. Guidance.